I'm doing pop culture, entertainment, Deaf vs. Heard, things like that. And one thing I do quite a bit is find info, news, and content on Twitter. Now, as we know, Elon Musk has recently purchased Twitter, and there's a lot of opinions out there, but I'm here to say something positive. With the old Twitter, you didn't get any responses from CEOs, uppers, or anything. Like a regular corporation, they were just completely quiet on their opinion. But Elon Musk seems to answer and tweet a lot, which I think is a great thing. It's his business, so he should be there active. So I wanted to point out a few things he responded to, and when I say a few things, I mean just a few, because he responds to a lot of stuff. This person here, Tim Urban, tweets out, I took the weekend off Twitter and suddenly remembered that the sky is blue and the grass is soft and the flowers smell nice. Today, I'm just sitting there refreshing this page. Okay, so Elon Musk actually answers and says the ratings on this stimulation are incredible. And another thing I want to point out is he answers pretty much anyone. He answers people with large followings more, celebrities more, and things like that, but that's understandable. However, he answers a nice mix of just regular Joes, you could say. This account here, Unusual Whales, tweets out, Elon has fired numerous employees who were critical of him on Twitter and the company's Slack, according to Protocol. And Elon Musk replies, I would like to apologize for firing these geniuses. Their immense talent will no doubt be of great use elsewhere. So there's a lot of judgment being passed by Elon Musk firing people. And the thing is, the people passing that judgment, I'm going to bet they don't know what's going on the inside. They didn't see those people's track records, watch some security cams maybe of how they were working their 8-hour day, what they were actually producing. One of the arguments is that these huge social media platforms overhire, and they end up having employees just kind of hanging out, drinking lattes and things like that, sitting on beanbags. I don't know for sure, but probably something like that was going on, and he got rid of people that were just doing whatever. And his point here is, well, if they're that talented, if they're geniuses, they'll have no problem moving on, getting a job somewhere else. And he makes some jokes. If you remember, these two guys put out some fake news that they got fired, did kind of a parody on it, and Elon Musk says, welcome him back, Ligma and Johnson, who were the two guys? And continues, important to admit when I'm wrong, and firing them was truly one of my biggest mistakes, which we know they weren't actually fired, because they never actually worked at Twitter, so he's got a sense of humor too, which I personally like. Now, the old CEO, the old upper management, nothing, just quietly banning and suspending and things like that. Boring and not even right. And here's another thing I like about him, which I wish more people did that were famous. He responds to articles that are about him, mostly claiming they're false, but not always. So here, Bloomberg, which is a pretty respected publication by some people, says Elon Musk's SpaceX is in talks to raise funds valuing the rocket launch and satellite company at more than $150 billion, and he says false. So even if Elon's saying it's false and it's not false, at least we have his opinion out there on it. Could you imagine someone like Brad Pitt was going around and answering and replying to articles about him versus Jolie and things like that? It would make it interesting, and you'd have another source to weigh your opinion on. And here he actually replies to Libs of TikTok, which is a controversial account, you could say. Basically what they do is they tweet out things about people showing their personality, which isn't always exactly the mainstream type personality, you could say. But of course, the content is about him, and he says a tragic case of adult onset Tourette's. Let's see what this is about. So this was the first part, how it's going. You did not just lay off almost all infra and then make some sassy remark about how we do batching. Like, did you bother to even learn how graphic HQL works? You don't get to shit on our infra if you don't know what the F it does while you're also scrambling to rehire folks you laid off. And this tweet followed. Laugh out loud, I just got fired for shit posting. I said it before and I'll say it again. Kiss my ass, Elon. I guess the lowercase in the name is the new insult these days. I see it once in a while. But just by the way, we're not exactly sure why she got fired. Obviously, when someone says they got fired, it's going to be what's out in front, the talk of the town. but there's no way to know what actually happened. And then she said she's proud of her team. Okay, that's nice though. Can't say nothing negative about that. My main point here is I think it's great that Elon Musk actually replies to people and is very active on the platform. That means he is acting as the captain of the ship in a way. So whether you like him or hate him, I think you'd be hard pressed to disagree that it's not a bad way to run the business, not a bad way for your attitude to be, at least initially out the gate. Let me know what you think down below. I'm doing shout outs, special thanks, things like that. If you're not subscribed here, well, subscribe. You'll get videos, some dry humor, some good jokes, some bad jokes. If you don't subscribe, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.